What's up everyone, DBZDOODS here, and I got 7th place today at the Las Vegas Regional, hosted by CoreTCG, and I was playing announcer. We're going to be showing what I played and maybe what I went through, but it was a really good event, and it ran really smoothly. I almost had it, made it to the finals, but sadly I lost in game 3 to Brian, a good player. U7 Frieza was what he was playing, and he got game 3 off. So,
what was his team?
Huh?
What was his team?
GenexGaming. So they got the regional win, and yeah, and I was knocked down to 7th place because I had a tie. So there are people who had better scores than me. So let's just start the deck profile now. So obviously I was playing announcer. I thought he's a really good leader, and the way I was playing the deck, I drew a lot of cards. There was points where I had like a 20 card hand, and a lot of times where I got to like 1 card left in deck, just because I was just plussing so much. In the game, in round 7, I believe, against Danny, game 1, I believe I had almost like my whole deck. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, the deck draws a lot, and it's very defensive as well. The only thing it lacks is the aggro in the beginning. And I only like being aggro around my turns 4 and up, because I don't like tapping myself out. I like having 1 energy up, because I play yellow and I play Nimbus. Because it's important to like protect your life total, because announcer's a leader that likes being on his unawoken side for a majority of the game, so he doesn't get pressured while he's at low life. So that's one good thing about announcer. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of announcer. He drew a lot, which I really like. And starting off the battle cards, for my 1-drops, I played 4 Roshis and 4 Shens. So these guys work great with each other, because Roshi rests Shen to draw a card, and Shen rests Roshi to draw another card. Really good in the early game too, because your announcer gets a draw out when you summon a battle card, World Martial Arts battle card. And these guys are 1-drop, so it's perfect to trigger the announcer ability to draw 1. And if you're able to protect these guys throughout the course of the game, you're going to be drawing so many cards and going through your deck to get your combo pieces. And it also puts your opponent in a really weird place, so that they can't attack your leader, and they're going to try to attack your battle cards. And most of their leaders get abilities when they attack your leader, so they're losing on a draw, and they're not hitting your life, which is good sometimes. Usually I like summoning them turn 1, and then turn 2 summon the other one, get the draw off of both, having 1 energy left open. At this time of the game, your opponent shouldn't have so much energy to like try to board wipe them, and they have barrier as well, so they're not gonna be eaten up by the Mass Saiyan or a KL to blow them up. But in early game, you're gonna be able to protect this pretty easily, because you have 1 energy open, and you'll be able to use your Videl negate, and you also get a plus on your opponent's turn, because Videl draws you a card. I mean, well, your announcer draws you a card because you summoned the Videl during your opponent's turn. So yeah.
Did you ever feel that card was bad in any scenario?
These guys?
Yeah.
No, they're always good. It just sucked when I didn't have the other piece. That's the only problem. But you draw so much, and you have the announcer to search the top 7 to get your combo pieces. So it's not that hard to get the other old man. But sometimes there were scenarios where I couldn't get the other old man. Yeah, that was them. And it's really nice that they're yellow, because I kind of made this deck more yellow focused. So next card was Hercule. So a lot of people don't really know about this card, but he's really good because he's like the old man, but he doesn't require another specific card to get the draw. It just needs to be a world tournament. So if you have him on the field and then another like an announcer or something, you can rest that announcer to draw a card, and he has another ability where you can combo with him in rest mode. But he's just another like old man to like get more pluses if you didn't get the old man combo. And another thing about Hercule is that he's only 5,000 attack, and the old men are actually 6,000, so it's a lot easier to protect the old man than Hercule. So he's probably gonna die a lot of times unless you have like a Nimbus and another negate. But I really like Hercule just because he's really also good if you get Chain Zen-oh, because I didn't get Chain Zen-oh this tournament, but the thing about it is that if you get Chain Zen-oh and then you get this guy and you get like another an announcer to check the top 7, you can summon the announcer to top 7, get a card, summon Hercule, rest the announcer, and then if you have the mustache announcer, you can summon him and draw 2 cards. So you just gained 4 cards that turn after you got Chain Zen-oh. And so that's the Hercule, why I ran Hercule. I usually sided him out though. He's an easy side out card for your side deck because sometimes it's really hard to choose what you want to take out because it'll hurt the consistency of the deck. But Hercule's a really easy side out. So next, for the announcers, I played for the Mustache Man, the guy who draws 2. If you have 2 of them in the field, he's also a negate, which is pretty nifty. I usually don't use it for a negate because I like drawing 2 with him, and it's really easy to have 2 in the field because you play a lot of 1-drops, and usually you have the old man combo in the field, which is pretty good. And so this card's like one of the best cards in the deck. And then next, I'm playing 3 of the announcers that looks at the top 7. So he's really good. The only reason why I cut him down to 3 is just because sometimes I had him in my hand and I would always charge him because I had other cards better to play. And I do have the 4th one in my side deck, but I thought 3 was fine. Usually I would want to play another battle card instead of him. But if I needed my combo pieces or I'm trying to look for my game-ending turn combos, then I'd be using him. It's another good card to rest with Hercule. So then I was playing one Chaozu just because I was struggling with a little bit with yellow cards to energy or pitch, and he was just an easy card to choose to fill in that role. And in worst case scenario, he's a blocker just in case you need to be defensive. So I really liked him there. Then I played 2 Pans. This is just to self-awaken. Pan really helps when your opponent's not hitting you or you want to get to 4 life just so you can have the untap ready for next turn or for even that turn to do your big play that you want to go for game 4. And that's pretty much it for Pan.
Did Pan win you any games because someone was trying to stall you out?
No, she wasn't a game ender, but she did help me get to my 5 life just to be able to use my super combos or let me get to awaken. So she did help me push for game, which was good, but she didn't end games herself. Next, I play her mama, Videl. So Videl's just a really good negate for the deck. She helps you protect the old man, protect your leader. She lets you draw during your opponent's turn because she's summoned during your opponent's turn, and your leader lets you draw a card. So that's really good about Videl. I never thought she was an egg, and it's just free combo power on the field after that. And then next, my favorite super combo, the Kid Goku super combo.
Why is it your favorite super combo?
Because he's our mascot. Look at him. He's just, it's right there. I was telling the whole squad that if you were to play a War Tournament Leader, you had to play the super combo. Only the super combo. But yeah, so it also works because he's yellow. Just in case you need to pitch him for Nimbus or a battering or something like that. He's there for a yellow, but
just to ensure the game.
Yeah. So next, where it gets a little weird is that I'm playing 3 Goku and 4 Oob. So the deck was being tight and I needed to make room for certain cards that I wanted to play. And I decided to opt for 3 Goku and 4 Oob just because I don't do this Goku Oob combo more than twice a game. And also, if you have the Goku on the field, you don't have to swing with it sometimes because you don't want to give them a double strike, giving them free cards. So you just leave them on the field, and then if you have another Oob in your hand, you could just summon the other Oob and then use the ability to bounce 2 cards. So that's pretty much it. And then like if I got an Oob early game, I'd feel comfortable charging it because I know I have 3 more copies in the deck. So that was pretty much it for that. I do side the 4th copy of Goku though on my side deck, just in case it's a matchup that I want to see him more. And then finally for the game enders, I have 3 of the Vegeta 5-drops and 2 of the Goku 5-drops. So why I went with this ratio is just because Vegeta on his own is pretty good, because when he summoned, you pop one of your battle cards and your opponent can't use block for the rest of the turn. So by himself, he's pretty good. Like, you don't need the Goku in order for him to be super good. He does lose the 10k because he needs the Goku to gain the 10k, but by himself, Vegeta was a good card. And Goku, he needs the Vegeta, so if I were to get Goku early game, I wouldn't charge him. But if I were to get Vegeta early game, then I would charge the Vegeta. But these 2 cards are amazing just to end the game. There's a lot of times where I would get my opponent to 6 life, or just leave them at 6 life, and then when they do a play where they put themselves at 1 or 2 energy, I love doing hitting them for triple strike and getting them to 3, and then when I swing with the other triple strike, and if they have a negate or something, I would just battering, and that's pretty much a game from there. Because I got these guys to so really high power combo power, and these guys are really strong. Right off the bat, they gain 10k if they have the other guy on the field, and then if you use World Tournament or your leader ability to pump them up, they're 45. So that's 45 without comboing with any cards in your hand or field. So I really like these cards. Or if it's really nice if you double strike them from 5 to 3 with the Goku, because then both of these guys would be lethal. So that's usually what I try to do. And for the extra cards, I played 4 Nimbus, obviously because you want to protect your little guys and your life. And rush decks are still relevant. I played 2 Batterings, just so when I go in for game with triple strike, I'm not gonna get countered. And finally, for tech choice that I was thinking about was mainly 2 Crusher Balls. This is just because I thought that maybe I actually thought I was gonna face U7 Frieza just in case. I wasn't too sure I was gonna see a lot of them, but if I did face one, I wanted to have a main deck answer. So that's why I opted the Crusher Ball. That's also another yellow, so I could pitch for Nimbus or Battering, because my yellow count sometimes is a little tough. So I opted with Crusher Ball, and it did awesome for me in the event. He got me game 1 against Brian because in the finals, because he summoned his 5-drop, a Crusher Ball, and then he wasn't able to do his big play. So it really is a really good card, and it surprises people a lot. In the event, people were playing the Deminger Secret Rare as well, so I was like, okay, great. So I have a main deck answer for it. So when they summon it for 5 energy, boom, Crusher Ball, and that's pretty much it. They didn't do anything with that card. It's also really good against the mirror match if they pull out the Secret Rare against you, because you just Crusher Ball them and then they get any value off of it. And then during your turn, you could just like beat them. So Crusher Ball was really nice, and I really loved it for that event. And then finally I played 1 of the field spell, and I only went with 1 just because space was tight and I drew so much that I always saw it. So that's pretty much it for the extra cards, and that's the deck. Just real quick for that side deck, if you didn't notice, I wasn't playing the Secret Rare main deck just because a lot of people were playing around it, which is fine. Like, that's how you should be playing the matchup. So I just didn't want to have a dead card game 1. So if I noticed that my opponent wasn't playing around the Secret Rare, then I definitely set it in for game 2. So that's where the Secret Rare is. And then I do have the 4th copy of Goku in here. I have the 4th copy of the 1-drop announcer, just in case I need to see my combo pieces more. If I'm playing against a chain attack zen-oh deck, then I take out the 5-drops and then I put in other cards like this card, the Trading Blows Son Goku. He was pretty good in the event, but he didn't do me that well, I guess, because I'd rather have cards to like plus me. I know it makes my opponent discard a card, but it was like alright. I did play 1 Dabura, just in case I face chain attack zen-oh decks. I'd put in these and then the Dabura if I would. I never sided this guy. I played 2 Minus Zones just in case I faced yellow leaders that played Bloodlust. And I did actually, so it came in handy. I played 2 more Crusher Balls just in case I based the deck that revolves around a battle card that needs to attack.
Victory Strike.
Yeah, Victory Strike or something. So I started this against Brian, but unfortunately he started minus Cleese against me, so I wasn't able to use them against them. And then the 3 more Trout 2s just because they're blockers and they're yellow as well, so setting into yellow is pretty good. And I also decided to send against the Victory Strike. And that's pretty much the deck. First off, I want to give shout outs to my squad, the DBZDOODS. Thanks to them for testing with us, testing with me. Come to our locals. We're at Halo 13 every Saturday at 5:30. I'm there, everyone is there. We did a really strong showing. A lot of us already had our invites. Most of the team has their invites now. I think only one person.
Two.
2 people?
2 people.
Don't have their invites?
And one of which hasn't played a single regional yet.
Yeah, our co-captain Jeffrey, he wasn't there, so shout out to Jeffrey. Rooting's on. Shout outs to our sponsors, Final Tell TCG and GenexGaming, both really awesome. You can find Final Tell's website. They have Dragon Ball Super product there, really cheap, really affordable, awesome. If you go ahead and message Chris, that's his name, Chris, then you'll be getting a discount if you tell them that you came from the DBZDOODS. The coupon is DBZDOODS. Yeah, so you get a certain percentage off. And then you find GenexGaming on TCGPLAYER as well. But he also has an eBay, so you can see a lot of good prices there for cards that you want to get real quick. And if you like eBay a lot more, so shout outs to them. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to CoreTCG for hosting an awesome regional. And we all have our invites, so we're gonna be seeing everyone at Nats. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the deck profile, and yeah, see you guys next time. Later, dudes.
Later, dudes.